Canto 14, seventh circle, third subcircle, the violent against God, nature, or industry, the burning plain, Kapaneos, the rivers of hell, the old man of Crete. Compelled by love of my birthplace, I gathered together the scattered leaves and returned them to him who was already silent. Thence we came to the boundary where the second subcircle is divided from the third, and where one sees a horrible art of justice. To make the new things clearly manifest, I say that we arrived at a plain that removes every plant from its bed. The grieving wood is a garland around it, as the sad ditch is to the wood. We halted our steps at the very edge. The floor was coarse, dry sand, not made differently from that once trodden by the feet of Cato. O vengeance of God, how much must you be feared by everyone who reads what was made manifest to my eyes? Of naked souls I saw many flocks, all weeping wretchedly, and different laws seemed to govern them. Some were lying supine on the earth, some were sitting all huddled, and some were walking ceaselessly. The flock that was walking was largest by far, and fewest were those lying to be tortured, but their tongues were looser to cry out. Over all the sand there rained, with a slow falling, broad flakes of fire, like snow in the mountains without wind. Like the flames that Alexander saw in those hot parts of India, falling down on his host, whole all the way to the ground, so that he provided for the earth to be trampled by his squadrons, since the burning was better extinguished while separated. So the eternal burning was coming down, and the sand caught fire like tinder beneath the flint, to double the suffering. Without any rest ever was the dancing of their wretched hands, brushing away the fresh burning, now from there, now from here. I began, Master, you who overcome all things, save the hard demons who came out against us at the gate. Who is that great one, who seems not to mind the fire, and lies there scornful and frowning, so that the rain does not seem to ripen him? And he himself, when he perceived that I was questioning my leader about him, cried out, As I was alive, so am I dead. Though Jove tire out his smith, from whom he wrathful took the sharp thunderbolt that struck me on the last day, and though he weary the others, turn after turn, at the black forge in Mongibello, calling, Good Vulcan, help, help, as he did at the battle of Phlegra, and strike me with all his force, he could not have happy vengeance thereby. Then my leader spoke more forcefully than I had ever heard him. O Kapaneos, since your pride is not extinguished, you are punished more. No punishment other than your rage would be suffering of a measure with your fury. Then he turned back to me with a better look, saying, This was one of the 7 kings who besieged Thebes, and he had, and seems still to have, God in disdain, and respects him little. But, as I said, his spite is the ornament his breast deserves. Now follow me, and beware that you not place your foot on the burning sand as yet, but keep your feet still close within the wood. Silent we came to where a little stream spurts out of the wood. Its red color still makes me shudder. As from Bulacame a river comes forth that the sinning women then divide among themselves, so this one flowed down across the sand. Its bed and both its banks were made of stone, and the margins on the sides, so that I perceived our path lay there. Among all the other things I have shown you since we entered the gate, whose threshold is denied to none, nothing has been perceived by your eyes as notable as the present river, which extinguishes all the flames above it. These were my leader's words, and I begged him to grant me the food, since he had granted me the hunger for it. In the midst of the sea lies a ruined land, he said then, called Crete, under whose king the world once was chaste. A mountain is there that once was happy with water and foliage, called Ida. Now it is desolate, like an outworn thing. Rhea chose it once to be the trusted cradle of her son, and, the better to hide him when he cried, ordered the shouting there. Within the mountain stands erect a great old man, with his back toward Damietta, looking toward Rome as to his mirror. His head is formed of fine gold, and pure silver are his arms and breast. Then he is of brass as far as the fork. From there downward he is all refined iron, except that his right foot is baked clay, and on that one, more than on the other, he stands erect. Each part of him, except his golden head, is broken by a crack that drips tears which, gathering, bore through that cave. Their course plunges into this valley. They become Acheron, Styx, and Phlegethon. Then they go on down through this narrow duct, until, where there is no further descent, they become Cocytus. And what that pool is, like you, will see, so that I do not describe it here. And I to him, if the present stream flows down in this way from our world, why does it appear only at this border? And he to me, you know that the place is circular, and although you have come a long way, descending and turning always to the left, toward the bottom, you have not yet turned through the whole circle, so that if we see some new thing, it should not bring amazement to your face. And I again, Master, where are Phlegethon and Lethe? For you are silent about the one, and the other you say flows from this rain of tears. In all your questions certainly you please me, he replied, but the boiling of the red water ought to answer one of them. Lethe you will see, but outside this ditch, there where the souls go to be washed once their repented guilt has been removed. Then he said, now it is time for us to leave the wood. See that you come behind me. The margins provide a path, for they are not burned, and above them every flame is extinguished.